Nnukwu mmadụ n'ọmụma onye mee nke ọma ebulie ya elu si ya jide nke o ji na-aga n'iru. Biko ka anyị gbakọ kịta wee kele n'Eze-Ana. Eze-Ana ugochitubelu nwoke ọma na oraifite ị ga-adị. Ọdịnala bụ eziokwu, ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ. Ị ma na o nwere olu na-eti mkpu na-asị ụmụ Igbo chigharịa, ụmụ Igbo chigharịa. Kwa mbọsị ọ na-eti, n'ụtụtụ n'abalị ọ nọ na nkụzi. Eze-Ana, Eze-Ana ugochitubelu, onye ọma na oraifite, onye mgbasa ozi, ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'ihu. Eze-Ana ugochitubelu, onye ọma gị jere m ọnụ. Ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'ihu. Eze-Ana ugochitubelu, onye ọma na oraifite, onye mgbasa ozi, ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'ihu. Eze-Ana ugochitubelu, onye ọma gị jere m ọnụ. Ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'ihu. Eze-Ana ga-adị, ugochitubelu ga-adị, ugochitubelu temple ọ ya adị. Maka na eziokwu anwa chacha ndị okenye ga-anyị fọnda mbaki, ndị ochie anyị fọnda mbaki. Fọdụ asịkala aka ghọrọ ụmụ Igbo si anyị rapụ nke anyị na nke feka mma. Buru Baịbụl bịa, akwụkwọ akụkọ ebe nwa chọọchị fa obodo ụka bịakwa.
Ụtụtụ ọma na ụmụ ọdịnala Igbo, anyị abịakwanụ n'oge awa nke eziokwu, nke ọ bụ mụnwa bụ Ogbuefi Eze-Ana ugochitubelu na oraifite na-anọ n'isi ya. Oge awa nke eziokwu bụ oge anyị ji awa eziokwu niile agba, mana maka ndị bụ tata bụ izi ha na-esonyere anyị n'oge awa nke eziokwu. Ma ọ mụ Ogbuefi Eze-Ana ugochitubelu na oraifite, abụ m onye isi nchụaja na ugochitubelu ọdịnala temple. Anyị na-agba afa miri emi, rụkwazi ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche. Abụkwazi m onye isi nchụaja na ọdịnala restoration prayer ministry, bụrụkwazi onye mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo. So you can call me an ordinary evangelist. I will answer. My mission is to help people live better life. Before I go n'ihu na nkụzi gbara ọkpụrụkpụ anyị ji wee bịa n'ụbọchị taa, ọkwa dị mkpa echefuna na aja anyị na-achụ kwa ọnwa nke ọnwa Jenụwarị ka na-aga n'iru. Anyị ga-achịkọta ya ụbọchị ikpeazụ nke ọnwa Jenụwarị a. Ị nwekwara ike isonye na aja a n'ebe ọ bụla ị nọ na nsọtụ ụwa dum, maka na ike Chukwu zuru mba dum. Yes, ọ bụrụ na ị chọrọ isonye na aja a, ihe ndị a ka ị kwesịrị ịma. Ihe a na-eme bụ na ị ga-forward ya 3 prayer request, then donate obere ego, yes, to account number. Chat them na WhatsApp. I want other details I need from you in order to book you. Ihe ọzọ ka chọọ nkọwala gị bụ na aja abụ aja mbunye elu, aja ibute ihe, aja esigoro na ya bunye ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ elu, mana ya anaghị eshi ihu ọrụ ma ọ bụ testimony na social media maka na ọ dịghị necessary. Ihe ọzọ ka chọkwa ka nkọwala gị bụ na n'isi ụtụtụ anyị jego orib na temple chụọ aja gaa ọfọ kwubi okwu n'isi ndị niile sonyere anyị na aja nke ọnwa. Yes, ihe nna-achị kọwara gị bụ na ọ bụrụ na ị chọrọ isonye na aja nke ọnwa ma ọ bụ nke ọnwa na-abịa abịa, o nwegoro ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ bukuru aja, ndị kwụrụ ụgwọ ụgwọ throughout the year, ndị kwụrụ ụgwọ throughout the year 2024. Ihe aja bụ ihe anyị bidogoro over 2 years na onwe ndị na-esonye till that time now. Mana ya bịara show testimonies, mana I can tell you na ike dị na aja na-achụ gị. Iji so na aja mo bo na icho ka gbara ga family mi. Send the message na WhatsApp 0813 82 43 871. I repeat 0813 82 43 871. More guano, he send the message in another private WhatsApp message 0805 78 37 672. I repeat 0805 78 37 672. Now, why say Guinness when I know Gawan case you could never to a share button. Invite your friends, Kano from the horse's mouth. I can tell you. Na mmadụ si n'aka gị wee nụ eziokwu a wee nwere onwe ya enwere blessings you ma gee ntị nke ọma. Ihe na-achọ ka nkọwara gị taa bụ na ihe ị kwesịrị ịma very important. Anyị gaba n'iru. During this time we are now going the dark era. Yes, I call it dark era because that time Africa was dehumanized. Enwelu Benin Kingdom. There were many kingdoms in Africa there. And they dehumanized every kingdom, including the kingdom. They subdued our kingdoms with guns, forcefully. By so doing, they mesmerized with our people. They call us names. Before they came, we already know God. Before they came, we already know God. Some of this, you will notice that by the names we be at that time. We be names like Chukwudi, Chukwubike, Chukwuemeka, Ifeoma Chukwu, to show you that we already know God before they came. Even our towns, we have a name towns like Umuchukwu, Arochukwu, to show you that we already know God. Now, what prompted them to come to our land is simple greed. They came to take what rightly belongs to us, our inheritance, mineral resources, mineral deposits, the blessings of the Most High to all we Africans. They took them away to their country to develop their countries. And there was a time agitation began so much in Africa. Lest I forget, don't forget that Ethiopia, no country colonized Ethiopia, and Ethiopia is doing well. For some of you that will be thinking, without the Igbo colonization, we will not be where we are today. It's not true. I use Ethiopia as an example to show you that African country can be first standard without being colonized. These people, what are interested in is our mineral deposit. Well, some of you will say they build road, they build rail tracks. Those rail tracks and road they build is to mineral deposit sites, so that it will be easier for them to access those mineral deposits. For them coming to our African land is not out of love. They took away all our mineral resources to enrich themselves. You can see agitation. There was a time agitation became too much. Yes. Then when they are going, they brought their brothers in the name of missionary. This slave trade lasted for centuries. Yes. This slave trade. They use our parents, our ancestors as slaves. I've only have an idea about the story of slaves. They sold some of them $100. Then they came with a ship called Jesus Saves. And so many prominent people in their land was involved, like John Hobson. Yes, Patek, the modern father of Liverpool. Most of them engage in this illicit business of slave trade. They will come to the Africa, corrupt some of our relatives. They went to market, and by telling them that they can actually sell some of their relatives as slaves, they corrupted the minds of some of our people then, because of course they did that business connivance with some of our elders then, because they are the one that brought those ideas to our great fathers then. They are partakers in crime. They engage in this kind of business of slave trade. Maybe you have not heard history what happened in Georgia, United States of America. They used to buy slave trade. But let me give you history of what happened in Georgia. There's a place in Georgia called Igbo Landing. I hope you heard my voice. Igbo Landing. That is Heavenly Igbo Landing. And what you hear, that means the historical site of na Georgia to date. Can you hear me about? These are our forefathers, Abalunoru, as slaves. Ha rutere America, we decide ya na ha chọrọ ilesi some of our fathers to a trader. Now that ship has majority of them in that ship was Igbos. Now over 75% of people in that ship was Igbos. See what happened. Now when they reach Georgia, they divided them, people that is going to a particular trader. Then they put them in smaller ship. Of course, they have the clues that is driving the ship. But at a stage, our fathers revolted. That is better for them to die in this struggle of self-determination. You cannot be treating them under chains. Our parents are under chains. Our ancestors are under chains. With heavy work and the torture. Some of them, it will interest you to know that some of them died in the process. Some of them didn't even make it to that foreign lands. They were treated like animals. What happened? Our forefathers, out of frustration, took away the ship. Driver of the ship took away the driver of the ship from these invaders, the captain of the ship. For some of you that will be thinking that our forefathers are not educated, they're intelligent. And I'm sure the owner, the driver of that particular ship, is not a captain, a known captain. But they were inspired. He took over the driver's seat of that particular ship. They drove the ship and anchored the ship in a place in Georgia called Igbo Landing. How a Jiagaha were overpower ndị anyanya ụgbọ. Wee nyere ụgbọ wee anchor ya n'ebe a na-akpọ Igbo Landing, a spot a na-akpọ Igbo Landing in Georgia. It is about historical sites. After ka emesịrị ihe menụ, when they landed in that particular spot called Igbo Landing, they now knowing full well that the Oyibos will skin them alive. That since they are normally give them hard labor without mercy, that the buyers, the traders that bought them from the original buyers from Nigeria will skin them alive. and they decide on their own that instead of them to die painful death in the hands of their slave masters, in the hands of the Ndanya, no Garahama, since the water brought them so far to Georgia, United States, it's better that the water take them back. In unionism, all of them held their hands together, and they all enter inside the water, and had a memory, drowned themselves. What a sacrifice! They were maltreated like animals. That is the sacrifice some of our fathers paid to revolt in this kind of maltreatment. After Kahame said that one, there was a time agitation became too much for them to leave African soil. What did they do? They cooked their own religion and brought it to us and tell us to swallow it, and fabricated their own story that if somebody slap you in this cheek, you should turn the other one. But ask yourself, can you bombard or treat any citizen of this Ndanya and go scot-free? The answer is no. They will not take the shit. They will not take it. But they humanized us. That's the crime they committed against Africa. We Africans supposed to be demanding for restitution, reparation. That's what we are demanding. Because they maltreated us. They maltreated our fathers like animals. Now, when they want to leave, they brought the missionaries. And the missionaries continue where they stop. Don't forget that missionaries keep taking our monies to their countries of origin to develop their countries more. They will tell us that we should seek heaven. We should not fight. We should not demand for our rights. They make us mumu. All I can say is do guy hide the area front and back. Haria na ya mozi akadi na kebe. Kai we gari demand our rights. How area Manobo no hammer. Look for their trouble, they will bombard you, they will give you war. Man, our own, they brought that teaching of white man religion to make us cowards. So that we will not fight for our rights. That is the crime I committed against Africa. They demonized our fathers. They did not even tell us that our fathers can actually intercede for us. But they are celebrating their own fathers. They are celebrating their own fathers as saints. But they refuse to celebrate our own fathers as saints. African Weuche, be wise. Be wise. Look at our own brother. Separate when it hands. When I was so small, he was canonized as a servant of God. Till date, even the Pope John Paul II that canonized him, that declared him servant of God, is now a saint many years ago. During that time, Mother Teresa of Calcutta in India was still alive. Today, Mother Teresa of Calcutta is a saint. But our own brother, Hans, is still at the stage of blessed. Who is deceiving who? We Africans, we should know what we should know. Now, I'm no longer blaming the Chinese people, but they have already planted the seed of inferiority among us. We Africans, we are seeing ourselves as less human. Saying that your ancestors, you should not celebrate their ancestors. When was the last time you celebrated your ancestors? Where they didn't give bad names while they are celebrating the ancestors of other people. How will you feel, you as a father, working hard now for the well-being of your children? And maybe in the next 100 years, a descendant of yours, in the spiritual realm, you will fear. Instead of Nwali celebrating you, yes, he's celebrating St. Anthony of Padua. He's celebrating St. Francis of Assisi. He's celebrating Padre Pio. How will you feel? Won't you feel betrayed? Won't you feel devastated? That your son, whom you are laboring yourself so much to provide something better for him or her. Look at. So, African man, when was the last time you celebrated your ancestors? Our ancestors did their best. The remaining ones is for us to do the needful. The Americans celebrating Columbus. It was Columbus, the pathfinder of America, land of America. Others are celebrating their fathers as pathfinders. And the Igbo, came on air. I don't want to call that man that called himself Mr. Thomas. And came and be asking us to hear our forefathers achieve. Okay? Our forefathers achieved a lot. Our forefathers, they are pathfinders. Yes. Your inheritance today, your land of your birth, your forefather secured it. The way Christopher Columbus secured the land of America and they are celebrating him. Now, why are you not celebrating your own forefathers? Our forefathers taught us so many things. They created so many things. They fabricated so many things. They are the ones that fabricated machete. They fabricated mortar. They gave you the concept of how to build a house. They find so many things. All how to put on a vegetable now before Danya they appear. I need I na go before that go on a jugo one year front and back and I do creation than I have Nagua. I want to actually one year failure. Or go on. Yes, go on in the manner. You are the failure. You got the one of chopper. Our forefathers chop talo, nabo, cassava, na yeri. It was a plant here. It was a process here. Go a brunia yeri. Because our forefathers laid the foundation. Yes, all go back with all here. He taking up development from where they stop. But the one funny thing that you are a failure. Now, in a good on them, they understand the cassava, they find out cassava. Minus that cassava, they find out so many things. Minus cassava, they find out so many things. They find out vegetables. That these ones, you can eat them, these ones, you cannot eat them. That these ones cure this. They are the ones that find out these leaves and herbs and even roots. The medicines that mean and when malaria, you take this one, you take this one, you take this one, cool them together, malaria goes. Before Ndanya they are beyond 18th centuries, our forefathers have been in existence. I treat you African wise. Our forefathers find food, assorted types of food, better foods. Our forefathers have the concept of how to build house. Now again, one window, now again, one also. Architectural brain, pharmaceutical brain. Our forefathers developed so many things. They find out so many things. Now, what did you find out? Since you are born, tell me a concept. Even in pharmaceutical line, kele leaf, mob root, iji goro aka gị wee find out that you can cure this, you can cure that, or not the medicinal, or no way food. Can you find it out? You are still living at the mercy of what their ancestors find out. What of you? Yeah, go do me stop that on the nobody handing none again. On then none America, on then none or Harlow plane, on then none Harlow skyscraper. Obron the mate, oh yeah, mate, you want in the man. You are a man of 60, 70. Some of these scientists in America, how old are they? They find out some of these things. Man, you honor, you don't need the area, they were not bought or not. Now, on them, because they value her. And I can tell you, once you don't value your ancestors, you don't celebrate them, nobody will celebrate you. You know why? Because you did not teach your children. Because you did not teach your children the importance of celebrating their elders. Start the wake up from slumber. Appreciate your ancestors. However, wherever they stop, you take it up upon yourself. I will want a guy, here I spend direct. So our ancestors need to be celebrated. Need to be celebrated. No, you all be with a. So what am I saying? Come back to your roots. Nando Chabia, Ria front and back. What do you hear listen and I am out. Madam Bahabi, I am Bafa. No go for that without Chuku. Wow, Muchuku. Well, so many things. But I had the guy bad names in order to colonize us. And their mission is to take away our mineral deposits. When they say in Doka, they say Bible, they will was here store. I will demand for our own rights. China, no, I got all my PJ and equal. When I have the busy, they build their own paradise here on earth. Go to Paris, go to some of these cities. You see that these people are not, they are preparing this place for their comfort. But I eat busy. And I'm going to get one number. Get whatever no are not any go no whatever paradise which you die and go and live. 1 hour, they don't see this place. Probably a befitting place for them to live for their own comfort. In morning, again, not check one again. Igbo, Mawambo, Basiwam Bike. Develop, we made this world a better place. Anywhere they walk your neighbor here enjoy ya. Maka hawa na nwa haputa rozia. They develop back I enjoy ya everything here. Mana ha bia gwa gi. Ga gbara mbọ. Just no na-eche na akwa aka na agba egwu na-eme na ibiji. Na-eche bụ ihe eje the other side. So kiri yan na-ekwu maka ya. Yan na-ekwu Africans wake up. Wake up from your slumber. Appreciate your thing. Appreciate your roots. Appreciate your ancestors. Who say demonize everything that has to do with your ancestral history. Because you need them. The blood in you runs in your ancestors' brain. If not, all the possible, EJ assume your ancestors. If you not the same DNA, you have the same DNA. They can never love you more than your ancestors. Stop being deceived. You neglect your ancestors. They celebrate and then none does. Imon here is in a Konya career. Equal your ancestors, Hagazaki. Because your blood runs in them. And with DNA, because Mananda DNA, when we DNA, lots of lies was told, including the Bible, I borrow allegorical stories. Because they are also the Akuwagon, the only Gabriel Kuzi Masalo, Africa, the first son of God. Go and watch it and listen to it. Higher Gwang, like civilization started in them through Adam and Eve. Mana start in Kuza and Kuzako Walange, no Kikuwa, Africa, Kendi Kehicha. And can they ask no Adam and Eve most of money no was Eze-Ana Gunas. You know why? I need a descendant of Adam and Eve. Why is it that our own African gene is different from the Ndanya gene. We are not one. Make an Africa. Africa is the first son of God. So Africa wise up. Wise up. I won't even talk about only Igbo on Africa. We talk about I feel no anything. We don't have anything in common. Can you say about money and not check what give me lots of lies were told against our traditions, our culture. They demonize everything, tell us lies because they did not tell you that your ancestors can actually intercede and pray for you and intervene in your matter. But yes, they believe that their own ancestors can intercede. Oh, they are going to come back. How could say about you are using a nature of our family? Send them message in our WhatsApp. 0813-8243-871. Mob 0805-7837-672. But we now on a screen. I want to show you this TV here. I want to show you na YouTube. You got to number that. That has to go to get premi here in a promo was listening in the Kahara Madu. So you're right now. No, na Kuzda. Didn't ever talk on a shower. Yet I didn't show you this TV. Yet at first of the temple, the children of the temple. As in Komaka, made for alone. As in Nakakaya Mon, that is Jayamon. As in no, they do the road. As much as you hold your money, Yamu. As a non Gadi Kechi, Makanacha, wow. As me, you really be here, you not the corner. Now to work here, kept me here. Only kindness in Akiabia. God, you question in the no Gawa Kezuko. As him no one, no way, what you do a charger. Never shall know you, woman. Darling.